Good morning, Central Kentucky. This is Skinny. Welcome to Skinny on the Home. I'm your host, Jimmy Skinny McKinney. We're live in the studios here at WJMM. You can give us a call, 873-9566. So we have, this week, I've got Crystal and Alex with 46Solutions in the studio with us. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Hi, Jimmy. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. All this week, just for those listening out there, is home automation. We're going to be talking about that. What is that? Kind of all the ins and outs. So any questions you might have on home automation, whether that's to do with sound, lighting, control, basically a smart house, all those things. So we're gonna get into a lot of that. So you guys tell me. So Crystal and I, we've known each other for many years. Mm-hmm. Previously, a company you were working with, and now at 46Solutions. So tell me what is 46Solutions?
Well, 46Solutions is a local technology company. We specialize in business and home technology. We make complex systems simple and easier to use. So on the business side, we offer managed IT services, cloud migration, cybersecurity, network consulting, and we make sure that your business's IT is running smoothly 24/7. But then
so commercial businesses, so like myself or
mm-hmm.
even larger, I think you guys done some work for different hospitals and things like that, right?
We have. We can do small to medium-sized businesses and make sure that the business owner is focusing on what matters most to him and not the glitches and the connectivity problems. We take care of all of that with the 24-hour help desk.
Awesome.
Yeah. And then on the home side, we specialize in consumer electronics and integration, such as home automation, home theater, media rooms, specialized speakers, TVs and video projectors, outdoor, and then home networking and Wi-Fi systems as well.
Excellent. Anything to add to that, Alex?
No, I think Crystal covered all of it. The biggest thing for us being locally owned and operated, we have a great company behind us. We have wonderful employees, and we can really help understand what your business needs are and build something that's both cost-effective and easy to use. So
excellent. And how long has 46Solutions been around?
So we are part of a greater company, Davis H. Elliott, which was founded in 1946, hence the 46Solutions.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So we've been about 2 years now from the IT consulting standpoint, and then a little over a year for the AV integration, custom integrator side of it. So
okay. And that 1946, was that started here in Central Kentucky in Lexington, or
founded in Roanoke, Virginia? Okay. The headquarters is here now. We have 14 locations in the country, from Roanoke to Tulsa, Oklahoma, Broken Arrow, Baltimore. So we're pretty big.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's good to have a good support, especially with home automation. I know for us, and you're dealing with an internet company sometimes that you have all this other technology in the house, and something happens and you can't get a hold of anybody or things like that. So being local is really important. But having the behind you, the power of a whole corporation,
absolutely,
is part of that. So excellent. So what is how did you out? And I know you, Crystal. I know your background a little bit, but Alex, tell me how'd you get into this business and why? You're the operations manager, right?
Yes. So about 4 years ago.
So you're responsible for pretty much all the money, right? You got.
Yeah. They let me spend it, but not look at it. No. So about 4 years ago, I was looking for a career change, and there was an opportunity that opened up as a sales/installer with another local company. I'd always had a little bit of a knack for electronics. Tore down computers after school, had no idea what I was looking at, but somehow put them back together and made them work.
There you go.
And then when presented with the opportunity to make a career out of selling electronics, jumped on it. So have been in the industry for a little over 4 years now. Kind of self-taught. I mean, I've gone through a lot of the dealer trainings and vendor trainings, but a lot of this is an industry where you have to be ready to change. Technology changes every day,
every second.
With what we sell and install. A lot of this product will change in the next 2-3 months. Model numbers change, processors, parts. So it's very exciting because you can't sit back. You have to be ready for something to change. A customer is going to want something new, and you have to work with what they already have and make it, both from the residential and commercial standpoint, and commercial more than residential, because a lot of times it's a very big investment to do a commercial upgrade. So it's a great industry to be in. It's definitely not slowing down with all the technology coming about right now. And as we know, people have unfortunately been stuck at home, and they've seen, their lackluster or some missing opportunities, and so we're ready to help them upgrade. And if there's a wave 2, we're ready for it. So.
Yeah, there you go. Now, Crystal, with you were in security before, and a lot of you were the marketing behind that, right? So are you responsible? You're in the marketing piece of this?
Yeah. Formerly, I was with Bates Security for almost 10 years.
Yeah. And
took that brand from the ground up as we established other offices. We had 4 total offices, and when I was presented with this opportunity to start marketing 46 Solutions, it sounded like a really fun adventure. Starting with a brand new company, a new brand that wasn't well known in the area just yet. We're ramping up to do a big branding campaign starting July 1st. So this is just the first of many times that you'll be hearing from us.
Yeah.
Very exciting.
Excellent. So tell folks how to get a hold of you.
Well, you can visit our website. We're at 46solutions.com. Of course, you can call anytime, and that number is 859-788-4600.
Excellent. And right now in the studios, 873-9566 if you're going to get on the air. If you have a home automation question that you want to get on us as well. So social media,
Yeah, social media, of course. We're everywhere online that you can find us.
Facebook, Instagram.
Exactly. Call, email, text, pigeon. We're always available.
The pigeon, sometimes the pigeon might get there quicker, depending on the technology. No, so let's. So you were talking about how it's changing and evolving and those things over the years. So, but if I'm going to spend money on home automation, do I have to, kind of like a computer? You buy a computer, and then next thing you know, 2 years, 3 years later, you've got to buy another computer to replace that one. There's not really an upgrade or changing things out. Is there a system that you guys do, and kind of what systems do you supply that can grow with you as an upgrade as the house goes along, things like that?
Yeah, so our primary automation system is Control4.
Okay.
They've been in the business forever. One of their biggest projects was an 80 contractor, some $1 billion number Aria hotel in Vegas.
Okay.
So a lot of the Top Golfs you see are built by those or controlled by Control4. So the nice thing about Control4 is the main unit is much like a mini PC. They have started to shift their model a little bit more to allow you to upgrade, to do software upgrades, much like a computer, but for a longer period of time. Their operating system is now a lot like an iPhone, so it's very user-friendly. People can get on board with it very quick. I actually was talking to a gentleman the other day. I showed him the update, and he goes, "Oh, it looks exactly like my phone." I said, well, they're trying to build a platform where you don't feel as if you're having to work for your system. And it's very much, I tell people, it's a lot like Legos. You can start with a small building block, and you can grow, and you can build an entire house out of it, whether it be a single room to what I've done in my house, where pretty much everything is controlled by it. We can do voice integration. You can do scheduled scenes. So I never have to turn my outside lights on or off anymore. They come on with sunset, they go off with sunrise, and it's just really nice. It's you spend money for convenience, right? The world we live in now is, how can life be more convenient? And this is one way to do it in your home.
It reminds me of was it Back to the Future Part 3 or something, when he goes way into the future and he goes in and tells
that was
everything.
Part 2.
Was it Part 2? Yeah. Excellent. Well, let's go to the phones real quick. We've got William in Lexington with us. Hey, William.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Excellent. What can we do for you today?
Well, I had a question for the 46 Solutions guys. I don't have cable or satellite and use streaming for my TV. My wireless doesn't reach my ring, and I was wondering if there was a way to fix that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a couple of different systems that we can implement. A lot of older homes and even some newer homes aren't wired well. People don't always have the opportunity or the time to think about getting wires where they need. So we can come and evaluate it, but whether you have wires everywhere we need or not, if you have attic access or an unfinished basement, we can pull new wires. We have a professional team that obviously is taking all the safety precautions right now in homes, making sure that you and your family are protected. But if we can't get wires there, if there aren't wires available, there are mesh network systems which allow us to create wireless access points within the home and help expand your network beyond, because a lot of the provider or the provided equipment from service providers is not robust. It's designed for much smaller applications, so we can definitely help you out
that's
with
what
that.
mine is.
Okay.
The
All
same
right.
thing
Well, thank you
happened
very
to me.
much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, thanks, William. Thanks for the call.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me. I'm on streaming only now, and I was trying to watch our fancy projector screen out in front of the garage with the kids one night. We invited some neighbors over and tried to put that thing up, and absolutely would not connect to the internet. And I'm 20 feet from the router, so it was kind of frustrating to have all the kids waiting on me and that not working. And so I took that problem back to the office, not even thinking that they would be the people to help me, but was just complaining about my internet service and real quick learned the difference between what Alex was talking about with the mesh network and the $17 Wi-Fi extender I was going to buy on Amazon. So don't do that. Will cause a lot more trouble than what it's worth.
I have to admit, that's what I did. I've got a 3-story house. The Wi-Fi is on the main floor, and to get that range extender up there, and it's working okay. But we have our glitches every now and then. So
range extenders work. They get the signal where it needs to go. But if you think of it like a rubber band, once you extend that rubber band, you can tie another one on, but you didn't strengthen the first one. So a mesh network system takes that rubber band and moves it, and they come together. I need a better analogy to explain it, but the extenders are good because they make it look like it's available, but they don't help put the speed where it needs to be. So we can take care of you too.
Yeah,
if you need.
you guys are definitely coming. My wife is probably listening right now because we homeschool, and all the kids are on laptops, and there's part of that schooling that's streaming and everything else. And of course, we're a cord cutter, so we don't have cable. We're streaming everything too. So excellent. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with more with 46 Solutions this week at Skinny on the Homes. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. This is Skinny. Welcome back to Skinny on the Home. I'm your host, Jimmy Skinny McKinney. We are brought to you by 84 Lumber. 84 Lumber Company. Summer is finally here. I think it officially start like next week or something like that. Yeah. So if you're a great time for that outdoor oasis, stop by your local 84 Lumber Company. For all your building needs, visit them online at 84lumber.com or go. There's 2 locations here, and one in Lexington over on Palumbo Drive and one in Versailles off back there heading towards Interstate in Versailles as well. So 84lumber.com for more information there. All right, so open phone lines, 873-9566. We are in the studios with 46 Solutions with Alex and Crystal with 46 Solutions. You can contact them, 788-4600, or go to 46, that's the numbers, 46solutions.com for more information there. So we were talking to Alex during the break about, just the range extenders and things like that. And I've got some of those at our house, and just some of the issues we're having. You asked about service provider, and you mentioned you guys are a partner with a couple of service providers in town. So tell us about that partnership. What does that mean, and the benefit that
So we're a partner with Spectrum and MetroNet as far as local service providers. We also do a lot of work with Verizon and AT&T on the cellular side. So as a business, we can help you evaluate your service needs. A lot of our businesses are vital where if their internet goes down, they're dead in the water. So what we will do is we'll go in, get a primary contract established with one or the other, and then we will negotiate a backup service. So for instance, let's say you had Spectrum as your main service and you needed a backhaul with MetroNet. So if Spectrum failed, you aren't losing time, business, anything like that. So, whether it be a church, live stream on a Sunday, or a doctor's office. In today's world, any amount of downtime is money lost. So
Retail shops accepting payment.
Putting salt in
Right.
a wound of one that I've got right now. That at our office, we've got a local supplier that supplied our router, our Wi-Fi router, separate from our internet service provider, and then we've had issues with the Wi-Fi going out. But myself and my office manager, we're hardwired in, so we haven't had any issues.
right.
So the internet service provider is saying it's the router issue. The router company even came out and said it's not a router issue, it's a service provider issue. So we're getting them both in the same room to see if they can just duke it out and see which one it
Yeah,
is.
so
But
we
it
try and be
it may
that
be
one.
a different. I may need to call you guys to come over.
We try and be the one call. We can help mediate and facilitate the conversation between those providers, but we keep that relationship open with them. We're working on several deals right now where the company has to have a backup because if they go down, they might as well shut the door. And we know what happened 3 months ago with something completely unexpected. We can't prevent that, but there are things that we can help prevent or have a backup for. So
Yeah. So what is there's quite a few different home automation companies in town.
Yes.
What kind of sets you guys apart, or what's different?
So our culture is probably the biggest thing that I can say. Talent is talent, ability is ability. We have a culture in our company that just makes customers feel like family. And we are focused on the brands that help provide the best bang for the buck, but we can't focus on DIY. That market is so intense, and there's so many companies out there, Amazon, Google. We can't compete with those, but what we can compete with is, if you want to go to Best Buy and get a TV, that's great. Is Best Buy going to be able to hang that TV for you? So that's where we want to be part of that. We're going to be able to compete price-wise. We're going to far exceed service.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to ask you, because that was one of the questions I had was, what are the advantages of using a custom integrator like 46Solutions versus DIY, doing it yourself?
So with DIY, you save money, but you also you added a job to your daily life, right? So you got kids or a job or all of the other things that life entails, and then you have to add on to that, I need to be able to control my entire living room system with one remote. Well, sure, I can go through the steps, but who do I call when those steps don't work? And obviously there's a cost analysis to everything. So myself being in the industry, everything in my house is automated except for, the bathrooms.
Yeah.
But for some people, it just doesn't make sense. You can grab a Echo for $40-$50 and go through the processes, and it may not be a big deal.
Now, I heard, talking about bathrooms, I heard one client actually hooked their heated floor system into their voice automated and said, hey, turn on my bathroom heat. So
Yes.
when
So
you wake up in the morning, you can have that.
we do Mirror TVs, right? So they're smart Mirror TVs now where you can wake up in the morning and say, hey, blank, what's the weather like? And the next thing you know, your mirror is talking back to you and showing you the news and the weather and lighting up an LED trim so you can, shave or do makeup or whatever it is. And the great thing is we can help do all that from the ground up. So if it's a retrofit aspect, being part of Elliott, we have electricians that we can reach out to. We partner with some great local contractors in town like yourself that we can reach out to if we need some remodel done or a wall moved or drywall or anything like that. So we are really trying to build a brand around trustworthy, high quality professional design.
And like us at J&R Construction, our goal is to help everyone enjoy the process. It's about relationships. So that culture you talked about, technology, that can be a frustrating piece. I know it's frustrating to me right now with some things that we're going through. So we'll definitely be talking about some of that. So we talked about also, so I've got a, place out on the lake. It's the only internet service to get out there is a DSL line, and the house is so far out that I can't even get the top DSL line.
Right.
So, and there's limited cell service through we use Verizon. So the signal for Verizon is not the greatest either.
Right.
So what solutions would somebody have for something like that where, because you see all these things where, satellite internet and stuff like that. I've heard that's just worse than DSL, but
satellite internet, the biggest problem is the cap on the data. So you burn up, if you have kids and they watch Netflix, your entire month is done in 2 hours. So what we can do is being a partner with AT&T and Verizon, we can come out with both carriers and evaluate which one is getting better signal, test your speed at that point. We can implement a cell-based router. So that's actually what I had to do for the last 5 months or 4 months. Whenever we got sent home, I didn't have internet at the house yet. I'm in a new construction, brand new development. And so we got an AT&T based router, and speeds were extremely reliable. I had no failures, and I actually was able to run that into my entire house system. So I had Wi-Fi access points. I had all of my TVs were distributed. Everything was up and running off of a SIM card. So it's crazy to think that 5 years ago people would laugh when you made that comment, and now with 5G on the horizon, and that's still a couple of years out for it to be truly accessible to everybody. But with 5G coming down as a new cell-based technology, it's going to help a lot of those cases. Having Metronet or Spectrum straight into the house is going to be better if you can get it. But like a lot of rural places in Kentucky, that's impossible. So
again, open phone lines, 873-9566 if you want to get your home automation internet question on the air. In the studios with us today is 46 Solutions. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. All right, back in the studios with Skinny on the Home. I'm your host, Jimmy McKinney, coming to you live from WJMM Studios. Open phone lines, 873-9566. Here with me is Crystal and Alex with the 46 Solutions. And we were talking a little bit there on the break, just the the culture of the company and similar to us as a company, and I always appreciate just the opportunity to serve any of our clients and things like that. But is there, and I didn't realize the founder. So 1946, it's where 46 Solutions came from, and you said David Elliott, is that?
Davis H. Elliott, the founder.
Right, and so you tell us a little bit about. He transitioned the company back to the employees and what are the culture standards that
we're an ESOP, so everything that we can do to help grow the company, we help grow ourselves. We are a servant leadership company, so they literally took the pyramid of business and flipped it on its head. Our CEO is one of the most humble people I've ever met. If he were here, it's just, I'm David. I work with, not I am the CEO of. And it truly feels like that from his level all the way down to the guys on the ground wearing steel toes in the mud. I've never met anybody from our line crew or outside crew or any division that didn't have a smile on their face and a friendly hello. And that's just, it's such an inviting environment every single day when you go there. So really just practice that if you have an opinion, it's going to be heard. Everybody on our team is able to have an open discussion. And we just really strive to make people feel like it's not work, it's family, and it's part of life. So
yeah. Yeah, that's. I was telling some of the guys that work for me that when we get older, we're not going to wish we worked more, and in perspective, trying to keep in the order of God first, spouse, family, others, work, and then self.
Right.
So that's great, awesome. So when you talk about Control4 systems, and you mentioned it was similar to iPhone. Now, I'm an Android guy,
okay.
So how does that systems work with my Android devices just
Absolutely.
as well as iPhones?
Yep. So Control4 is a universal platform. They have their own touchscreens and remotes, but it will work on any iPad or Samsung tablet, any Android device, iPhone. They used to have a computer platform, but with the new integration, because it wasn't functional across all platforms, they decided to pull it off. But it can work with any mobile device that's out there. Wi-Fi controls, so you don't have to be hardwired to anything, and you can actually access your system away from the house. So if it's a camera system or lighting control, irrigation, HVAC, anything that can connect to the internet can integrate into that system.
Can my stove and dishwasher connect? They have those
smart
technology out there.
Yeah, I mean I just found out 2 weeks ago that my refrigerator was smart, and so I connected it to the internet. It tells me how much ice is in there, when my filter's bad. So all of that can
Does it
integrate.
tell you when you need milk?
No, I didn't get that one. I forgot to put the camera in that one, but it does make the bourbon balls, so I was really excited about that. But your garage door. So at my house, my garage door is integrated into my system. Mm-hmm. I have it automated where if it's left open after 10 minutes, I get a notification. If it's left open at 10 p.m., it automatically closes because
we have that same feature at our house too. I forget to close that
all the time. And you can check, if I was worried right now, I could open up my phone, check the status of it. And
excellent.
One of the things I think that make us different from other companies is the true consulting. So a customer may call us and tell us what they want, but that's not necessarily what that house needs. Mm. So someone may want, a 4K curved TV in the corner of a brightly lit room. And so what Alex and his team can do is go out and really look at the environmental conditions of the home and let the client know what would be the best fit for that TV. We can still get them all the bells and whistles, but now it's going to look better, perform better, sharper images.
Yeah,
the things
that's great.
The TVs that we offer, that the industry offers now, are unbelievable. Things I'd never heard of.
Yeah.
And that's something to tie back to one of your earlier questions about what sets us apart. So from the typical box store standpoint, if I go in, I'm going to look at the biggest, brightest, right in the middle. I call it torch mode, right? Because it looks incredible. And then that's the one you pick. You don't care about the price tag. You get it out to your house. Well, why doesn't it look the same? Well, your environment and your home is more important than the TV. So the best TV, the most expensive TV on the market, may not fit in your home. That doesn't mean that we can't find a TV that looks as good as that one looked in the showroom, but saved you a couple bucks. Mm-hmm. So that is something that we really try and pride ourselves on, is there's no need to upsell if it doesn't benefit you. If your end goal is to have the best TV in the world, maybe we need to look at changing your room to fit the TV. So that's where our services will come in handy.
Yeah, and that's good. That's kind of like, when you go to the doctor and if you tell the doctor, hey, I've got a headache, prescribe me some medicine. Well, tell me about that,
right.
And you could find out you need to pull a toenail off your big toe or something,
Exactly.
So it's finding that consultant, not being an order taker necessarily,
right.
Which a lot of companies are, and some of the DIY things you can pick, and that's what I want, but that may not be the best fit for your family and your needs and things like that, and then you end up spending maybe a little bit of it may be less expensive, but in the long run, the headaches and things that go with it, is that worth it, and things like that. So excellent. So does investing in smart home technology add value to your home?
Absolutely, in my opinion. Sometimes it's buyer specific, but a lot of builders now will, even on a spec home, they'll make sure the house is pre-wired for a couple of zones of audio. They'll make sure that the networking is robust. Electricians do a fantastic job with what they do, and that's pulling high voltage. Their job is not to know the proper way to design a network. So a lot of times what can happen, and this happened in my last house, my electrician pulled my data cabling and didn't do it correctly, so half of what I had in the house wasn't usable. So we can come in and we can help take that load off of their shoulders, do the TV pulls, do the networking pulls, get you some speakers where you may want them. And the great thing about it is you don't have to invest in the equipment to start. You can go ahead and get it in and then be ready. Get
Excellent.
the wiring where it needs to be.
Let's go to the phone lines. We have James from Lexington on the phone with us. Hey, James.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you today?
I'm doing well.
You have a question for us today?
Yeah, so I had a question about 8K technology. Do you think it's worth investing in 8K, being an early adopter, and like how quickly do you think it'll be adopted?
So,
well, you're going to tell me what 8K is. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
okay, so
8K.
8K.
8K,
Oh, okay.
sorry,
8K,
yeah.
gotcha.
So 4K technology times 2.
Okay.
Something I can tell you, James, is we partner with one of our studio team, a sister company, Studio 46, and they own a red 8K camera. We're the only people in the state that own their own camera. So in a couple of months, you're going to see our brand new showroom. It will be state of the art. It will have an 8K TV with our own owned 8K edited and distributed footage of Kentucky. The content right now isn't available, but with any TV, just like a 4K TV, it's going to enhance the image. It's going to make what was a regular 1080p HD image look better, and it's going to give you the ability to be there. With streaming becoming more and more prevalent every single day and bandwidth being able to open up a little bit more, we're going to see 8K, I think, quicker than what we saw the development of 4K. The 4K development was a little too focused on service providers, and they didn't have the technology or the bandwidth to make it happen. So with Netflix doing everything they're doing and some of these other streaming services like Disney Plus, I think it's going to be a lot quicker than we saw the 4K development.
Awesome. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Thanks for the call, James. Yeah, so I mean, do I want 8K? Do I want to see like the spores on my nose that are going to go through?
So I saw, I was out at a trade show in September, and I saw the new 8K technology, and 4K was pretty cool. 8K is its own new world. It kind of made me question if my eyes were broken in real life. So.
Excellent. All right. Well, stay tuned. We'll be right back with more with 46 Solutions. Stay tuned for more after this break. Thanks. All right. Welcome back to Skinny on the Homes. I'm your host, Skinny. Brought to you by 84 Lumber Company. Go to 84lumber.com for more information, or go visit them in person here in Lexington and Versailles. In many locations around the country. If you're listening to this on our podcast, hey, if you didn't know, we are on a podcast now. So you just search in your favorite podcast player, any device, any platform, Skinny on the Home. You'll see my little Skinny logo come up there with my little face on it. And you can subscribe to our podcast, listen to our past shows. So all the notes are in there as well, links to all these things, links to my guests, their website, all that good stuff. So search Skinny on the Home on your podcast and get some more information there. All right, so we're in the studios with Alex and Crystal with 46 Solutions. So on, tell me about, with movie theaters not being open right now, can I truly get a theater experience in my house if I don't have my basement sectioned off where it's completely dark and I've got 8 speakers set up all the way around and different cloths on the wall for sound and stuff like that? I mean, can I really get that theater experience in my house?
Absolutely. So a true theater-like experience requires 4 walls. There's a common misconception between a theater and a media room now. Media room can be anything from a living room that has a nice TV and a sound bar to a theater-like room with a pool table behind it. With technology advancing as much as it is, new projection screens allow ambient light rejection, so you don't have to be completely dark. You don't have to have full lighting control. Projectors have gotten brighter. They've gotten stronger. They've gotten more clear. So you can create a 120, 130 inch experience, and if done right, nobody knows that it's not a TV. So you can absolutely bring that experience to the house and, save the money, spend the money there and save the money on popcorn, because 2 or 3 trips and you might as well pay for the whole theater. So
we've made our own homemade popcorn for years. We buy the big 50-pound bags from Sam's Club, and we've got one of those whirly poppers that we make ours. So what about sound? So is there if you can't get all the speakers all the way around, is there a sound bar that does project the right sound that still creates that theater-like experience?
There is. So Dolby Atmos is the newest, latest, and greatest audio technology. Atmos is basically atmospheric. So, traditional surround systems, you might have 5 speakers that were all around your head. Yeah. And what you missed was
we all built the cabinets that had like a whole tower of equipment.
Yep. What you missed was the experience of something traveling over your head. So if you think about any movie that might have an airplane or a helicopter, you see it leave the screen and then you don't hear anything, and then all of a sudden you hear it behind you because that's where the movie coded it. Now Atmos allows it to be overhead. If you close your eyes, you're in that environment. So with sound bars, with the new technology, some of them have 40, 50 speakers in them, firing at different angles, recalibrating, every second to allow the ambient noise to be overbalanced, basically, is the way to say it.
So what about the Bose sound bars? Is that is the Atmos kind of a step?
So we would do Yamaha or Sonos are the two that have really honed in on that Atmos technology.
Okay.
And one of the great things about those is they're Wi-Fi based, so you can operate them from your phone. So if it's not a movie experience and you just want to listen to music, you can do that all from your phone as well. And it's come a long way, and it's changing, ever evolving.
Excellent. So what is besides the 8K, is there any other greatest and latest technology to keep an eye out for? Because like our last caller, James, I'm an early adopter on some things too. But I don't even have a 4K TV, so I don't know if I'd get 8K or not. But we'll see.
Atmos soundbars are definitely starting to hit the market harder, and the great thing about those is you don't have to have Atmos content. Again, like an 8K TV or a 4K TV, they're going to enhance what's already there. Outdoor speakers have come a long way from the days of standard rock speakers that collect water and sound bad after a year. We've done a couple of projects that we use a bollard style speaker, which is if you've been on a sidewalk and you walk into a big tall concrete post, that is technically what a bollard is. So the company we use has designed one that has a burial subwoofer, so you get full range sound. They're very sleek. They don't take up a lot of room. They look great in landscaping, and they just fill an outdoor.
Now, can you get an outdoor speaker that's hooked up to solar, or do you have to? Is that technology there yet?
No, what you would want to do is you would want to get a hard wire from inside, speaker wire from inside somewhere to the speaker, and then let all of your equipment live in the house.
Okay.
The solar
not
technology.
A good wireless.
No, and you can do a wireless rechargeable, but when you compare the sound output and fullness, being hardwired is always going to win when sound is involved.
Gotcha.
So,
excellent. Well, all great information. Again, 46solutions.com. That's the numbers, 46solutions.com. Give them a call, 859-788-4600. So I've got some questions I'm gonna let each of you answer, because I have it I call it my guest bonus round. So you guys ready for this?
Challenge accepted.
let's go.
All right. And we'll let ladies go first. So I'll ask the question. Crystal, you answer first, and then Alex, you follow up with your answer.
Okay.
So you'll get a little advantage there too.
Okay.
Unless you want me to let him go first.
I think his 10 years of experience is a little bit of advantage on me.
Okay.
But, we'll play.
All right. Do you match your socks?
Yes.
Why?
For my own personal well-being, mentally.
What about you, Alex?
Athletic socks, no. This is a new development in my life. I'm letting go of control a little bit. Dress socks have to match though. I can't.
Really?
Yeah.
So mine don't match.
They sure don't.
So I never match. Probably
We'll show
2
you
or
guys
3
later.
years haven't matched any of my dress socks. So and it's great if you get a hole in one, you can just throw it out. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about matching it. So.
Interesting.
All right. Ice cream or chocolate bar?
Ice cream.
Ice cream,
Ice cream.
definitely,
Excellent.
with chocolate bars in it.
That's a good one. Haven't had that one. Puppies or kittens?
Puppies.
Puppies.
Puppies. No cat people. Haven't had a cat person on here yet. So. Hot, humid day, sunny, or 70-degree spring day, raining?
Oh, spring. April 22nd, right? 24th? The most perfect day?
Is it?
I think so.
What's
The most perfect day for Miss Congeniality.
Oh.
Not too hot, not too cold.
I'd probably go spring day too.
spring?
Yep.
What about snowing? Stay inside or go outside?
Both. Man, can I go outside for an hour and then stay inside the rest of the day?
Yeah. With kids now, I say it's you got to go outside.
Oh, well,
right?
if the kids are involved, we're going to be outside the whole time.
Yeah.
Is it Kentucky snow or New York snow?
I'll let you.
If it's
decide.
New York snow, I'll be outside all day. Kentucky snow is not
Yeah.
a thing. So
Depending on that, I remember I got a picture. It was a couple years ago, and we had almost a foot.
mhm.
That was nice. Mustard or ketchup?
I'm a mustard person.
Application based, but probably ketchup.
All right, got a mix there. Favorite book or recent book you've read other than the Bible?
Recent book. I read Girl Wash Your Face recently. Pretty
Really?
motivational.
What's that about?
It's about making you your best self and staying positive, proactive, and respecting yourself
Girl,
above
wash
others.
your face. Do you remember the author?
Don't ask me that.
Yeah, that's
Rachel Hollis,
Okay,
I believe is her name.
excellent.
I can't say the whole title, but we'll say the subtle art.
Subtle art.
Subtle art.
Okay, what's
It's
that about?
just allowing you to not worry about things that don't impact your life.
Excellent. All right, and if you weren't doing your current career, what would you be and why?
I think music production. I've always been a big music person. I love every kind, every genre, and I think creating that would just be one of the funnest jobs. I get
Yeah.
to do a little bit of that with this, creating media and advertisements and branding. So I'm doing what I love.
Awesome.
Probably woodworking. Picked it up a couple years ago as a hobby, and kind of wish I had shop class back in high school. I might not be here right now for it, but I'm happy with what I'm doing, and I can get to do that on the side too.
Yeah, that's great. I had shop classes in high school, and that's kind of that. And my grandfather, great grandfather, and my dad, where that love of woodworking came from. So we still have my coffee table I built in high school sitting in the living room now.
Awesome.
So out of solid walnut. So excellent. Any final thoughts as we wrap up the show that we didn't talk about that you want folks to know?
Let's tell them about the showroom.
Yeah, so our showroom, it's going to be in Lexington Green.
Okay.
We're working right now on the plans, and we've got a healthy budget of fun things. We're working with a professional design company, decorator, and all of our vendors are going to help kick in to really make it a true showpiece in Lexington. I've never been more excited for anything in my life, and I'm just ready.
Where at in Lexington Green is that going to be?
We'll be to the left of the main Joseph Beth entrance,
Okay.
in the old White House Black Market space.
Okay.
So we'll have.
So when you walk in, you've got there's a spa there,
Yep.
and then you guys will be next.
Well,
Is
so
that-
it'll be exterior entrance.
Oh, okay.
And
Gotcha.
it'll be to the left of the spa.
Excellent. 46solutions.com, 859-788-4600. Alex, Crystal, thank you guys for being here with me today.
Thanks for having us.
Hope you've
Thanks,
had
Jimmy.
fun.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you guys next week. So make it a great week and be blessed.